Hi everyone, it's Patricia from tarantulaheaven.com. In the back we have Miss Spidey, my G. rosea, who is currently, you can just see her legs wiggling in the background. She's being kind of active right now, so I'm hoping she walks to the front so you can actually see her. She's kind of just walking around. Today I wanted to share with you some information that I found about a spider that is super interesting. I found this on, I think, Facebook, in one of the Facebook groups. Somebody shared a meme about this spider, and I had to share it because there is a spider, not a tarantula, but a spider that lives its life pretty much entirely underwater. And I'd made a video about spiders going underwater before in a particular tarantula. I'm not coming up with the name right now, but I'll link it. Particular tarantula that can actually dive into the water and hunts underwater. But that is a very temporary thing for that tarantula. This spider actually spends its life underwater, and it like barely surfaces just to get a few air bubbles here and there. So this spider is called the diving bell spider. And there are actually a ton of really cool videos on YouTube about how this spider actually lives its life underwater. It's very cool. I highly suggest you check it out. But basically, this spider has some sort of crazy intelligence to where it can actually spin, like it can actually hold air chambers onto its abdomen using its silk and use that to breathe. It's kind of like scuba diving in a way, but this like spider just has like a permanent scuba chamber attached to it. And then what it looked like in the videos is that the spider actually has a larger air bubble that it goes in and out of to whenever it needs to like replenish its oxygen or eat or whatever. It's like so fascinating. So in researching this spider, what I found was that the bubble actually acts like a gill, so that the spider doesn't need to resurface all the time for air. But when it does kind of open up its spinnerets, or like the air bubble that's attached to its abdomen, and it replenishes the air, and then it goes back underwater. And this bubble actually extracts dissolved oxygen from water and then dispenses carbon dioxide. I had never heard of this spider before or seen anything like it. It's actually a spider that lives in Asia and Europe, and it usually is found in fresh waters that are non-moving. So that kind of makes a lot of sense in terms of like how the spider can kind of build its web underwater. It's not going to be like living in like rapids or anything like that. And she is being active. I think she's gonna come up to the front soon for you guys. So this spider, yeah, they live entirely underwater. They even do all of their hunting, their webbing, their resting, their mating underwater, which is fascinating. In terms of what they eat is they eat mosquito larvae. They eat small crustaceans, which is really interesting. I wonder if that means like little baby crabs or like snails, or I don't know, underwater snails, if that's a thing. And they also eat water mites. So they have a bit of a different diet than what a tarant or a spider might have above ground, but you know, they eat what they can find under the water. And if you guys do end up searching up these videos of the diving bell spider, they actually move very similarly to a regular spider on land. Like you will see this spider not necessarily swimming, but like walking on underwater plants. You can almost forget that they're underwater. So the way that it moves its body is incredibly similar to a spider on land. It's just that they're moving through water. And in their web, they're actually making like this very large air bubble that they can fit inside it, and they can, you know, kind of eat in there, reproduce in there. She's being so active. It's amazing. I love her. But the spider doesn't have to live inside this air bubble. Its web and its air bubble is kind of just there, and it will routinely visit the air bubble whenever it needs to replenish the air that's actually in the air bubble on its abdomen, which is held on to by the hairs on its abdomen. So the spider can actually get air from its web air bubble, and then it can also replenish its air stores from the surface. So technically, as long as its air bubble has oxygen in it, it doesn't have to surface. It can just go in and out of its air bubble, which is super fascinating. I really enjoyed watching videos of this spider and how it works, and also about how it uses oxygen and carbon dioxide, because what a genius animal. When you talk about, you know, how spiders have evolved, they found a way to live underwater. And, you know, for an animal that we think has very little intelligence, I think that that's pretty cool. And I wonder if there's anything that we could study from this spider that could actually help humans in our underwater discoveries or travels. Oh, there she goes. You guys see her little black belly. She is so cool. I love her. But anyway, I will link some videos to the diving bell spider. I highly suggest you guys take a look at that. Very, very cool. And let me know what you think. Did you guys know that this spider existed? I did not, and I was thrilled to learn that there is always some new spider that can do new things that we never thought were possible. So I hope you enjoyed learning about the diving bell spider, and I will see you next week for Tarantula Tuesday. Bye-bye.